Ukraine, I can't judge them, but on our sweat equity, we pay for them to fly, to eat, to buy their 2-3 houses, to pay for the cars, to do this, they don't do nothing. And then they want to lock us down. You know, think about it. So now we've got to, the only way we're going to change this whole thing is by us individually standing up, but also coming together, you know, and all taking on this new what was it? You used to use the word that I need to keep using now. What's not sovereignty?
For me, it's just staying in the private.
In the private, yeah.
But staying in the private, a private community. I don't know how you want to call it. I don't know how to call it, but living in the private, basically. A community living all in the private.
Well, they call it strawman, don't they? Between a strawman.
We are.
That's the one in the system.
Yeah.
I think you become a free man and a free woman to live freely on earth wherever you choose. No.
Yes.
And this is, you know, we're on the path. We're on the path. Look, we've got food out there for people to plant. We've got people who've brought seeds. We're talking about turning plastic into fuel. You know, there's but all this, as we've all said, it does take time. We've got to keep at it. This is the thing. We've got to keep at what we're doing. You know, we can't stop now. We've taken our sovereignty. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm an independent person. I'm not part of the government. I don't think I really ever have been, but anyway. I'm that way, and we need to really grab ourselves. As I say, we've got so much. There's such a heaven is on earth. That's something that I really know, and we're missing it because they take it away from us. They're taking our heaven away from us, and really, the amazing abilities of every single individual is being suppressed by selfish governments, bottom line, and the rich corporations and whatever. So, you know, every one of us now needs to, and if we can, as I say, we'll put as much information in the tribe media things that we've got, and we'll get as much information as we can from the to make sure that we can really start actioning this.
Can we not have a meet here one day and everybody come and you go through it with you?
Exactly what I was just going to say.
Physically, filling the forms out physically.
Yeah, we can write down all your email addresses, and I guess you can ask questions, or I have all my process with the government. I published it in my website. It's all in. Yeah, all the notices are all in Spanish. There are some documents there in English as well. But can you read Spanish?
A little.
Yeah.
We can translate. Google's there.
That's why I think it's best if you come here.
Yeah, sure.
And a bit like a workshop.
I'm free after 2 every day.
But if you liaise with RAS and that, and you put an event.
I think it would be nice for us to do that and recompense you with a meal and maybe a little donation or something, so that your time's covered, and everyone that comes can contribute in whatever way they can, and do a little class for those that are really interested in coming.
If it brings the papers.
It'd be amazing.
For free.
Well, we're going to feed you at a minimum. And I think on the topic of food, that Barry's point is absolutely poignant. We've really got to get our asses in gear now. It's not just that, they're going to stop bits going into Mercadona. I mean, there really is going to be no way for most of the world to be growing food. So we've got to collect every single seed we can. Whenever we're cutting something on a chopping board, there's always some seeds. Drop off, keep them. We just have to share our seeds now. It's so important. And as Eddie was saying earlier, there's lots of stuff outside. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Nikki. And anyone else that I don't know about. Over there. Jilly. Claudia. Thank you. Yeah, so this is what we've got to keep doing now, is just absolutely growing anywhere we can. I know Eddie's going to talk about setting up sort of weekly visits to plots now to make sure that everybody gets going. This weather's just really held us back, but we've got to just move on now. We can't wait any longer.
Yeah. On the growing side of it as well, I mean, it's so important that we do come together, because, and I hear about the fertiliser and the problem with fertilisers, but I believe that we can create all our own fertilisers, all our own, we've got to make sure that, I've been doing permaculture for over 10, 12 years, and first philosophy is there's no such thing as waste. So all of your cuttings, your this, your that, there's always fertilisers. I also do what I call organic farming, where I'm using, nut shells, corn shells, so many other things.
Cotton seeds.
Alpha.
Cotton seeds.
Yeah, cotton seed, it's quite hard to get hold of actually, but alpha, there's many other things that we can grow and create into fertiliser. Because they're getting us that way as well. But those fertilisers maybe are not the best fertilisers, so we've got to all, and regeneration of soil. There's a lot on the internet about how to regenerate your soil naturally. And if people look up at it, I mean, we're going to Trish's place at the end of the week, and Peter was saying how maybe we should be using cardboard to be suppressing the weeds and stuff like that. Little things like this where people don't. I mean, you could literally put down the cup where the weed is, where this grass is out there. We could literally put cardboard down, put soil on top, put compost on top, and start planting onto that. That's how simple things are, but they make it sound so difficult. You've got to do this, you've got to do the other, you've got to have the combine harvester into bloody do everything. But no, we don't. We can really, we can make things very, very simple. We don't need a lot of machinery. Yeah, it's a bit physical, but remember, this is exercise. This is where our ancestors, this is how they worked out, as it were. This is how we keep fit and young and everything. It's all part of it. It's all part of the living life natural. It's very important. It's really, it's such a, and the pleasure and the reward that you get from growing and eating your own food, second to none, really. So it's so important, and so we've got a life tribe gardening group that slowly come together. As Hedy said, the weather's kind of been a bit against us, but we are now, getting into gear where we're starting to go around people's gardens. But it's really about getting everybody to, if they've got space, to make sure that wherever there's food being grown. Wherever there's seeds being kept. Wherever there's a way to maybe compost. Somebody might not be able to grow, but what they're collecting, they might just be keeping their waste for compost, so we're not wasted. I know Larry was looking into the thing about the power and to getting the creating fuel via plastic, but there's other biofuel options that we need to. So we all need to do our bit. It's time. It really is time. This, as I say, this is the hardcore group now who's coming in now, and it's up to us to make these things happen. Can't wait for the system. The system ain't going to do nothing for us. All they're going to do is take, and if and when the changes do come, then what? If the system's gone, then they're going to be expecting us as groups to be showing people how to be doing things. So there's no stopping. We're at the beginning of it, because they've taken away the mask and COVID's coming down a bit. We're just at the start of it. 1 second.